Hey everybody, it's me again, Ryan, Sublua, Sub, whatever you want to call me. Sorry for the long delay after dropping our test game. We have about 6 sessions recorded, it's just a matter of me having the time to edit them with my full-time job. If you haven't, please go back and watch our session 0, linked below. This is a prologue to episode 1, and provides some backstory for Argyle and NPC featured in the episode. I was originally planning to have this be at the beginning of episode 1, but in the interest of keeping some momentum, I'm making it its own video. That and the vibes of this prologue would kind of be a weird way to start the episode. This way, you can start the episode by hopping right into the session with us. Speaking of vibes, light content warning for this video. This story contains some implied child abuse, and if that makes you uncomfortable, it may be worth skipping this one. Thanks again for waiting and watching a second video from us. We hope you like it. When we meet somebody, we never know how important they'll be in our lives. When someone is important to us, we have no idea how much longer they'll be in our lives. Whether you can feel them slowly drifting away from you gradually, or if their companionship is ripped away like a band-aid, we can feel that quiet ache from their absence. Sometimes you can love someone, cherish them, and know more about them than anyone else, but still not really know them at all. Let's go ahead and open on middle school. You went to a fairly packed middle school. Middle of the city, very dense, and we open up in gym class. And unfortunately in this school system, they still make you climb ropes. That archaic practice has not been removed from the city you live in yet. And as your small middle schooler hands try to climb the rope, you just eventually find a place where the purchase doesn't cut it and you slide back down them. And the gym coach, who probably couldn't get a quarter of the way up, is just shaking his head disappointedly. And he just marks you down as he walks over to the next kid. And you see this kid with shaggy brown hair kind of wave at you, trying to get your attention. You can tell he's gonna be in the next couple in line.
Do I recognize him?
You've seen him around school. His name's Callan.
Hey.
He smirks, and you see from his gym shorts pocket, he pulls out a carton of milk from the cafeteria, and he chugs it down before the gym coach comes up next to him, and he kind of tosses it away behind the bleachers, and the gym teacher goes, "Okay, Highland, you're up next." And he's like, "Got it, coach." And even though this kid, he's kind of a heavy-set kid, he runs up, and you just see him, like, power his way up the rope all the way to the top, ring the bell, and slide back down. And the coach is just kind of staring at it wide-eyed, like, "Well, shit, okay, good job, Highland," and kind of moves on to the next. And Callan shuffles over to where the people who have already climbed the rope are mulling around and sitting.
Wow.
Is that how you respond?
Yeah, pretty much.
He's like, "Hey, my name's Callan Highland."
Hey, I'm Argyle. That was pretty impressive back there. You drink a lot of milk to get the strong, huh?
Yeah, it's great. I steal free milks at school because we don't normally have things in the fridge at home.
I know what that's like.
As I pull out a cookie from yesterday's lunch.
He kind of grins at you. He's like, "So, I see you sliding around in the parking lot sometimes. Is your epithet like figure skater or something?"
Yeah, something like that.
And my eyes are shifting.
He sits next to you like, "That's cool."
Yeah.
Do you like Bionicle?
Oh boy, do I. I wish I could afford them, but yeah.
I have a couple. The school signed me up for a gift program in elementary school, and I got a couple of Bionicles. I can show you sometime.
Wow, that would be awesome.
Callan, he kind of like glues to you for a little while, making a friend in the way only kids around middle school and younger age can, where you just where you find somebody,
yeah,
and just make them your friend.
Yep.
One day he would take you by his house, and you can see it's in a really rough area. The lawn is very overgrown. He tells you to wait outside, and after a few minutes of entering in through the back door of his house, he comes out with a couple of his Bionicle and says, "Okay, let's go. My dad was asleep.
He was asleep?
Yeah, no, he's not working right now, so he's home all the time. It sucks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my dad works at home a lot, so it's kind of the same.
Yeah, he says, as he guides you to the park, and you guys just hang out, talk about the things that interest you. He shows you the things he can... Right now, it seems that all he really has is drinking down a carton of milk and doing some feat of strength or pushing his limits.
I swipe some of his milk.
Yeah.
And I, gurgle it up and then do that thing where you, drip a loogie down and then, suck it back up when it's almost to the ground.
He is appalled, but in that way where he's laughing, that's gross, man, stop!
I do it again. In the way that middle schoolers just keep doing that.
You guys hang out pretty regularly. Though one night, and this is when your family is living, if not a house, an apartment, you've moved around a lot, mostly in the same area. But he knocks on your door at 8 p.m. one night, and you just hear your mother, Argy, you have a friend. Well, Mister, why you here, little guy? It's close to Argy's bedtime.
No, Mom, don't. Shush.
Callan's hey, if it's close to your bedtime, I can go, man.
No. What's going on?
Oh, you know, the doors in my house are locked, so I was just wondering if you wanted to hang a little bit.
The doors are locked. What do you mean?
Yeah, parents.
And I glance up at my mom.
She looks around, looks down at this kid, and what was your name, sweetie? My name's Callan. Have you eaten dinner tonight, Callan? He's no, I haven't. And you see your mom's face twist for a second, before she nods and gestures for him to come in, I just made a lasagna, come on in, I'll heat you some up.
Oh, it's so good. I'm probably gonna have seconds since she's getting it out, now that I think about it.
Argyle, if you eat another plate of lasagna, you'll have nightmares.
No, Mom. Those are called dreams, where you dream of the cheesy, saucy noodles as they slide down your throat.
Yeah, I know. Callan sleeps over that night. Callan's a bit bigger than you, but they find some of your older brother's old pajamas that would fit him. And he ends up staying over at your place once or twice a week. A lot, it seems like.
Okay.
And from there, you're just friends from probably about the 6th grade to the 8th grade.
Okay.
Well, early 8th grade, there is an event at your school. There was a prominent desert country family that helped build the middle school you go to. And there's kind of a school event going on in which an old member of that family is giving a desert country flag for the school to fly from the flagpole below the Taiga country flag. And from the distance, you think you recognize that fabric.
What do I feel about it?
It is the same fabric that your grandma always wore on a shawl anytime she would let you sit in her lap while she knit. You have a very strong sense memory of just rubbing your fingers over this shawl your grandma wore as she just talked on and on. Same story she always told, but it's always comforting to hear grandma tell her stories.
Oh, the nostalgia.
You see that flag slowly being raised up on the flagpole as hands are shaken between the principal and the family member, and the school assembly is being moved toward the track field behind the school. But all you see is that flag waving up about 40 feet in the air.
I think I'm pretty, whatever that word, fixated. I'm pretty fixated on this. And I go towards it, and I try to see if I can just get a little closer look by, pulling the ropes but I can't figure out how to untie it and make that happen. So I just climb the flagpole.
You can get like a quarter of the way up before you start sliding on the slick metal. As you're looking up at the flagpole and you slide down, Callan walks over and like, "What are you doing, dude?"
Oh man, that's like my grandma's fabric. I haven't seen anything like that in years. Just need to rub it on my face. On my face, Callan.
"Your face does need to be rubbed," he says, nodding. As he looks up and he says, "Here, hold my bag." As he hands you his backpack, opens it, pulls out a carton of chocolate milk from the cafeteria, and you see him throw it back and drink it, and he starts to climb the flagpole for you.
Wow. You're doing way better than I did.
"I know, I'm pretty great," he says as he grabs the fabric, and you see the faint glow of his post-milk drinking. The epithet aura around him starts to sputter as he grips the flag.
I presume after 2 years, I have an inkling that he needs milk to fuel. So I grab another milk out of his backpack and I chuck it at him.
He reaches down to grab it, and he's like, "What?" And you see him grab the flag, slide down as he reaches to catch the milk, and the flag rips as he slides.
Is he free falling or is he still like have a hand around the pole?
Yeah, he has his legs wrapped around the pole and a hand on the flag. And he catches the milk you throw him, and he drinks it as he just kind of fireman slides the rest of the way down the pole toward you.
Is he still holding part of the flag?
Yes.
Oh! I swipe it out of his hand and start rubbing my face all over it.
It's about this time that you hear the yell of a principal approaching.
Oh, shit! We gotta beat it!
And I start skating away, still holding his backpack.
Argyle, wait, as he is a larger lad, and he is not as fast as you, especially when you're skating, and you see the principal grab his shoulder.
Come on! Oh!
You manage to get away, but as I said, Callan isn't quite fast enough. Do you leave the school grounds, or do you?
No, because I'm not going to fully abandon him. Mm-hmm. So, and I still have his backpack. So my plan is to get away, circle around, and, you know, in that delusional kind of chuny middle school mindset, if I can get him another milk, then he can bust out of there, and then we'll be off scot-free, because these people don't recognize us.
When you circle back around, you see a lot more of the adults are just looking up mortified at the torn flag, and there are like 10 more adults around Callan now.
Are they noticing me? Did they see me flee? Do they know that I could have been involved?
I'll ask you, do you think they saw you?
Oh, depends. Theater of the mind and all. If I could have turned a corner in time, you know, if I could just recognize the yelling, but we didn't have line of sight, then no.
You know, I think that's fully up to you and what you want the story to be here.
Okay. No, they do not recognize me. I got away without being seen. Like, he might know that somebody was involved, and he probably knows that Cal and I are, you know, friends that always hang out.
Mm-hmm. So you would not reapproach once you saw all the adults there?
No, I would.
You would?
Yeah, because they didn't see me.
Are you still holding half the flag?
Well, I can tell they're upset because they're looking around up at the flag all mortified. So I'm gonna hide the flag in the only easy place accessible to me, which is the backpack that I'm holding.
Callan's backpack? Okay, yeah, you shove it into Callan's backpack.
And I grab a couple milks and I open them and I try to sneak slide like through the crowd and force feed him some milk and then like grab his hand and start pulling him.
Yeah, no, if you want to squirm on through with your wormy teenage body and shove a milk in your friend's face, you're like, oh! And he kind of sees you, looks up at the principal who has a hand on his shoulder but is like trying to placate the representatives of the family who donated that flag, and he just barrels his way through the crowd away from all the adults.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. We're getting out of here.
Yeah, and you guys just leave school. You guys probably go to, like, I don't know, like the park. You guys are a little old for the park, but it's a good place to just bum around.
Oh yeah, eighth grade's not too old for the park. We absolutely go to the park. And we're feeling high on life, you know? Like, we just successfully escaped with no repercussions.
Yeah, he's high on life for a little while, but as you guys are kind of having fun, you see him just kind of start staring at the ground.
What's going on, Callan?
Nothing. It's fine, man. And your cell phone starts to ring, Argyle.
I have a cell phone? Holy shit.
With the age your characters are, like, I don't know, I think a lot of kids your age would be given a cell phone, especially a feral child like Argyle. It's like, okay, we need a way to recall our child.
Right. Yeah, I just figured I would be too poor for, you know, all of us kids having a cell phone sort of thing.
Your father buys things in, like, random bursts when he has money.
Gotcha, okay.
It may not be a very spendy phone at this point in your life, but yeah, in 8th grade, I think you'd have one. Just to call your parents kind of thing. If anything, like a flip phone.
Yeah, probably a limited data plan, not the unlimited stuff that we have now. Actual minutes.
Yeah, it's your mother calling you.
Hey, Mom.
Argyle, where are you right now?
School.
Argyle, I am going to ask you again because I know you would not lie to your mother when she asks you a direct question.
What? It's school right now.
Yes, now is the time that would be described as school.
Yeah, it's school.
But what is your location, precious baby boy?
You're breaking up.
Argyle!
What?
She just yells, Argyle!
What?
You march your way home or back to that school right now!
Okay. Come on, we gotta go back to school.
He looks at you and he's like, you go ahead, Argyle. And then he thinks about it for a second, thinks about how you'll probably solely get in trouble if he doesn't go with you, and then he just solemnly comes with you. Once you're there, you guys are kind of ushered to the principal's office.
What's going on, guys?
They're very much sit down, you know what you did kind of attitude right now.
Oh, geez.
We'll talk about this when your parents get here.
Gee, I didn't realize a little class skipping was such a big deal.
Your mother gets there first, Argyle. Her hair in an up ponytail, wearing her little fur coat and her tall heels, just clicking as she walks up the hall and walks with you into the principal's office.
Hey, Mom, I didn't think you'd be coming here when I came back after we talked on the phone.
I think your mother would just kind of give the tight-lipped as she walks into the office with you. And I'll just ask you, what do you think when they ask you what happened in the principal's office, what do you think Argyle tells them? And your mother is staring at you.
Probably something like, well, okay, so are they like direct about it, or is this like the moment in time where they're trying to give you the opportunity to fess up before they
I think they probably open up with what happened with the flagpole and the flag, Argyle. What do you know?
Okay. So Callum's right there too?
No,
he's not. Okay.
he is not.
I think of what my dad would do and I deny everything. No idea what happened to the flag. No idea what they're talking about. Deny everything.
Okay. Your mother is just kind of like rubbing her temple, but not pushing you. The principal looks exasperated. That you would be sent into a waiting room separate from Callan at that point.
Okay.
With your mother. You are with your mother in that very loud silence. And you're there for probably like another 40 minutes when you hear a door slam and you see Callan being walked off very roughly, held by the wrist by a very large man you've never seen before.
Do I infer that it's probably his dad?
You can assume that.
Okay. I'm like, just internally, gee, I wonder what happened. I'll have to ask him at school tomorrow.
You think that. Your mother takes you home early that day, and speaking to your father about it, he's just like, well, did you do it?
Did I do what?
Now, Argyle, do I look like a cop to you?
No, Dad, you ain't no snitch. Yeah, so I saw this fabric up there, and it was just like Nana's fabric when she used to knit, and I would rub it on my face and stuff, and I just wanted it so bad, so I tried to get it, and then I couldn't get it, and then Callan came up, and he was like, you want me to get it for you? And I was like, yes, I need it on my face. And then he got it, but only part of it, and then I rubbed it all over my face. And then the institution came, and so I escaped.
Your dad's just rubbing his face, and I'm like, oh, Argy.
And then I
What happened to your little friend Callan?
well, I snuck him his milk, because he's always stronger when he drinks milk, and then we escaped. But I lost the fabric. I'm pretty sad about that. I don't know where it went. Otherwise, we could have just stitched it up. I'm pretty good at stitching stuff.
He sighs, and he's like, we don't need you to get in trouble in school. They already didn't like either of your older brothers, and they're itching for any reason to expel you. So,
Is that like pushing me through a garlic press?
No. It means they kick you out of school, son.
But I don't want to get kicked.
I don't want that either, so... Tell you what, you're grounded until winter break.
Winter break!
He just kind of like gently palms your head and moves you back into the sitting position you were in.
But.
No buts, Argyle, you lied to your mother.
No, I lied to the coppers. I wouldn't lie to Mom.
He just kind of levels a look at you. I'm not arguing about this, Argy. No TV, you only get books.
What's a book?
What are they teaching my boy in school? And with that bombastic family interaction carrying on, I will say that Callan is not at school the next day.
I bet he got suspended.
Yeah, no, he's not at school the next day. What do you do after school that day?
Do I have an opportunity to not immediately go straight home?
You absolutely do. I think you walk home at this point, probably.
Hell yeah. So I go super quick speed skating and swing by his house.
You realize you've never gone inside of his house or even knocked on the door before. He always just, if he ever needs something from his house, he goes in by himself.
Through the back door, right?
Back door normally, yeah.
So I go into the backyard and I try to peek in the windows.
Yeah, you see dirty kitchen, pretty messy house, and you just see the light of a TV coming from the living room.
I check bedroom windows too.
Blinds are down.
Man, I really wish there was something that I could do to be able to notify him to come outside without knocking, which I feel is a bad idea, knocking, because of how the past 2 years have gone. And so I take my hat off and I stare really hard at it and I try to get a sock to go in there and do something.
As you stare at your hat, plopping out from under it as the fabric kind of morphs for a second is a tiny little sock monkey.
Oh, wow. Okay, go get Callan and tell him to come out.
It salutes you, and it just, like, looks up, looks around, backs up, and then just runs and crashes into the kitchen window.
Oh, no!
And I run and hide behind a bush back there.
You hide behind a bush, and you, after a few moments, you just see that same thick man walk out, clenching the sock monkey in his giant fist, looking over the overgrown backyard. Like, what the fuck?
I kind of move around to the opposite side of the bush.
Okay.
And I like bend down and I'm like scraping underneath it. And I'm like,
Where did my toy go? Where is that thing?
You're like acting as if you don't know.
Yeah, like a kind of like, from the other yard, threw a baseball through the window, and then I'm in the yard, and I'm like, I know it came into this yard, but I don't know where.
He chucks the sock monkey against the fence, and he just yells, "You stay off of my property!" And you see...
Is Callan there?
He stops, and he's like, I know you. You stay away from my kid, as he slams the door.
I'm confused, and that, overwhelming sense of, oh no, things are actually going bad. Like, the obliviousness is starting to...
The consequences that only happen to people on TV are happening.
Exactly.
As Callan's father is stapling a portion of cardboard into the wall over the broken window. I will say from there, your attempts to see Callan do not go fruitfully.
Okay, well, the first thing I would try is to go to my dad and ask him how much a window costs, and then ask him for that much money.
Your father is gripping his chest. Son, money is on my top 5 list of things to never ask your father for.
But Dad, I broke his window and they don't have any money.
Stop saying the word, son!
I can work for you and try to pay it back.
God damn it, why did I raise a good kid? He says as he finds a safe and pulls out some money, and he would drive you to the house.
Very fair. I was debating on whether Argyle would ask him to come do it with him entirely.
Now, Argyle, here's what you do. You walk up and you say, I made a mistake, but I'm a man. Here's the money to pay it off. We pay our debts in this family. You got that, Argyle?
Got it, Dad. We pay our debts in this family.
I hope this talk never comes back to bite me in a future scenario in which you use my words against me.
Oh, that could never happen.
Absolutely not. As he stands at the edge of the driveway and kind of pats your lower back for you to walk forward and knock on the door.
I was very gung-ho all the way up until this point, and now I am scared and hesitating. I'm taking tiny steps, but I'm still taking steps.
Your dad gives you a thumbs up.
When I get to the door and I see that thumbs up, I take a deep breath, and then I knock on the front door. As
you reach to knock, the door opens, and you see Callan's father glaring down at you.
Hi. I'm a mistake, I made a mistake, and family pays debts.
Are you holding the clip of money in your hand?
Yeah, I'm holding it out.
He takes it and slams the door.
And I was, I'm sorry.
Your father, Dogtooth, sees that and he starts walking up the driveway. He's like, hey, you don't slam the door in my kid's face. And he just hears from behind the door, and he's like, let's go, son. You did good, son. Get in the car.
But he's still mad.
Yep, that's exactly why we're leaving.
I get in the car.
Your dad drives you home and starts spinning the scenario in his favor.
Yeah, being I was gonna let him have it, but I figured I'd let him keep his peace.
I need to teach my son about being the bigger man. As I said, from their future attempts to try to see Callan do not go well.
Damn. And he never comes back to school?
Nope.
Okay. I would talk to either my school counselor, or his school counselor, if they're not the same, and just, kind of basic probing questions, try to figure out when he's going to be back at school, etc.
You would probably be told he was expelled and will not be finishing his 8th grade year at this high school.
But expelled? Why?
He nearly caused an international incident, pretty much.
But it was my fault.
I will say, if Argyle tries to push that the school board found their scapegoat for that bad incident, and they're not eager to open it back up.
Yeah, that's exactly what would happen. But yeah, he does try to push that. try to fix it afterwards and not understanding the way of the adult world.
Yep. I'm sure there are many valiant things that Argyle does in the way that only children can repeatedly bang their head against the wall.
And he does.
But eventually, time changes, your parents' restaurant gets shut down for very valid health code violations. Several more businesses, and eventually you are about 2 weeks in to your freshman year of high school. It is club day at high school, a sort of half day at school where all the clubs set up their displays and people sign up for clubs. At this school, the last period of the day is your club period.
So we get a period during actual class?
Yes, the last period of the day is club period.
Okay.
But as the clubs are setting up, you see in the cafeteria, there's a group of people, a lot of like desert country kids in origin. Like obviously they all live in taiga country, but are setting up, laying down some carpets and setting up some music and incense. You would see this girl. She's wearing... Her upper half, she's kind of like wearing a pretty basic sports top, but her lower half, she is wearing some like traditional sandals and kind of like a mix between a skirt and a tunic. But you immediately recognize that same fabric that your grandmother always wore as a shawl in the like kind of skirt she's wearing.
There are no thoughts, really. It's just like, now that fabric is compounded with significant loss of my best friend. And so, there's no coherent thought going on. It's like, man, that's two things that I really want back now. And I walk up and I grab that fabric and I just rub it on my face as I just kind of hiccup cry a little bit.
You hear this girl gasp, and like immediately her leg kicks back and she spins on her heel, looking down at you, and she just, in a very practiced motion like you've only seen in martial arts movies, time seems to slow down. Time is slowed, but your reaction time is not sped up. As she raises her hand for like an open back of the hand, not a backhanded slap, but more proper martial arts of an open palm strike against you. Mm-hmm. And as she does that, you see somebody's like thicker arm shoot out in front of you, and her blow strikes this person's arm instead. And you see her react like, "Ow, shit, fuck!" as she grips her hand, and the dude's arm who she hits, it makes like a metal ringing sound when she hits them.
Damn.
And you feel another hand grab the back of your fluffy hood and drag you out of the cafeteria.
Do I still have part of the fabric in my hand?
No, I don't think so. I think
okay.
She pulled away from you.
Okay. Yeah, so I realized that that was probably bad. Mm-hmm. But there's so much melancholy about the impact of seeing that fabric right now that I'm more sad about like this and that other stuff. Just sad about the whole thing. Head down, just being drug off.
Yeah, you are deposited next to the water fountain, and whoever pulled you away starts walking away.
What do they look like?
If you exit your grief long enough, you can see it as Callan, who is walking away from you right now. Sheesh. You are 14 years old. That may be really your response.
No, too quick of a transition. It's close though. My eyes go from very heavily lidded to wired. There's like this desperate hopefulness, and I'm like, "Hey, Callan?" And I skate to in front of him.
He stops, his face is very placid, and he just says, "Hi, Argyle," and he starts to walk around you.
Callan.
He's kind of ignoring you for a moment, but as he's walking, you just hear, "Argyle last name to the principal's office. Argyle last name to the principal's office, please." He says, "You should probably respond to that, Argyle," he says, walking away from you.
But
Unless you want to ditch out on getting in trouble twice.
I skate to in front of him again.
Yeah.
And I poke him in the chest, and he's probably just continuing to walk, and my slipperiness is making me, like, just push back as...
Just like a squeaky butter sound.
Yeah. And I'm like,
"This is not over. We are going to talk. That you and I gotta do this thing, but yeah.
And I skate really quickly and now full of fervor to get this over with to the principal's office or wherever they called me to.
You skate your way towards the principal's office, now knowing that Callan is attending the same high school as you.
Complicated. Very, very complicated.